Hey everyone, my name is Mike, and this is the unedited full Mythic Ursoc kill my guild had. I don't know exactly what our item level was when we killed it, because it's been a while now, but I know that Ursoc took the most pulls, I think, up to this point. So right now we're 4 to 7. I want to say Ursoc took the most pulls, and Il'gynoth will take that once we kill him, but I'm pretty sure Ursoc took the most, or is one of the top 2 or something like that. So not that different of a fight from Heroic, unfortunately, but I was going to start with the strat and then get into my own little opinion on the entire fight. So positionally, it was the same as Heroic or normal, whatever you've done. Well, I guess normally you have to move. Normally you don't have to move. Jesus, I can't talk. So positionally, it was the same. The tank swaps operate the same way. Just again on Mythic, they were just really difficult to master for the first little bit. So a lot of our wipes early on were from tank swaps. I don't think we tried 3 tanks on Mythic just because the DPS requirement was so tight. So the tanks really had to kind of figure it out how to do the swaps, and they figured it out quick, a lot quicker than they did on normal and Heroic. But yeah, no, those tank swaps are definitely pretty deadly. The ad that spawns, we cleaved into it. The only time we ever single targeted it was when Ursoc charged away, so melee would single target it, or if it was just real, if the cleave wasn't doing enough damage and it was about to fear, we'd all switch to it. But we never ever single targeted it. I can't say that word. I can't even speak right now. We never did that to it. Like I said, unless Ursoc charged or if it was just too high. We had to save some sort of defensive cooldown for every single Roaring Cacophony or charge, just because those two did so much damage, especially early on. Like, it's not that big of a deal, so you might be able to get away with not using a defensive for 1 or 2 of them or something like that. But definitely as the fight goes on, the defensive cooldowns are mandatory because you will die if you don't use them. I don't know exactly which ones we used, but I'm pretty sure we used at least 1 for every single Cacophony and every single roar. Or sorry, every single Cacophony, every single charge. Later on, by the end of the fight, I know that there was some charges that we didn't have any, so people were just using defensive cooldowns. So it's best to save. I mean, if you have defensive cooldowns that you can use a lot of, definitely use them when you need to. But if you have to, for us, we would just save them for when there was no raid-wide cooldowns that could be used. But yeah, that other than the swaps, the AoE that's going out in this fight was just absolutely unreal, and that's a lot of the deaths that we had as well. Obviously, at 30%, we would pop all of our cooldowns. Our first kill, we actually even used the Vantis rune just for that little bit of extra damage and reduced damage taken. So that really helped out a lot. I guess moving into my thoughts on this fight, I was really disappointed by this fight because Nathendra, I can see it, add 1 mechanic, the mind control, not that big of a deal. It's the first fight on Mythic, but moving on to these next bosses, I was really hoping there would be more than just adding 1 mechanic. Because as far as I know so far, all the Mythic bosses that we've done, so we have experience on 5 out of 7. All of them so far are pretty much, it's Heroic plus 1 extra mechanic. And this extra mechanic really bugged me because all it is an ad. It's nothing really that big. Ursoc is the exact same, but you fight an ad that's not even that hard to kill. It doesn't take that long. All it does is just sit there wailing on you. If you don't kill it, it fears you. I was so disappointed by this fight and actually annoyed at one point. I was just like, are you serious? This is the fight. This is so stupid. If I were to rate this Mythic fight, I'd rate it a 0 out of 10 because it's literally just Heroic. I don't even care about the ad. Like, that's not that hard. I wish there was something else. I don't know what you could have added, but it just fell so short. I mean, I guess it was cool that there was a lot more damage and you really needed to be like perfect when you played on this fight, but mechanically it's the same. And like I've said, that just really bugged me. Yeah, overall this fight I didn't like. The trash leading up to this place, like those one-shot totems, I hate everything about Ursoc. He dropped some nice loot for me that I still don't have, but once I get it, I will gladly forever sit on this fight just because I hate it so much. Just because it's so simple. Like, if it was a little bit more challenging, I would totally love it maybe, but it's not, so it just bothers me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Strategically, the same as Heroic, we just cleaved into the ad, and if it was too high or if Ursoc charged away, we would single target it. Nothing else changes there. My opinions on the fight are that it sucks because there is only an ad that is added on Mythic and a shit ton more damage. So Anyway, that was the video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you learned something. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.